The moon. For millennia, it was a constant. A gentle glow in the velvet night, a puller of tides, a poet's muse. But one day that changed. It began to grow. Slowly at first, then with an undeniable, terrifying speed. Its familiar face, once a comfort, became a map of impending doom. Craters once viewed through telescopes became vast, shadowed chasms visible to the naked eye. The impossible was happening. Our moon was falling. It was coming for us. The initial signs were subtle. Confused animals, tides behaving with strange, unpredictable surges, a peculiar lightness in the air, soon replaced by an oppressive heaviness. Scientists, voices trembling, confirmed the horrifying truth. Its orbit had decayed beyond recovery. Calculations were frantic, desperate. The diagnosis was terminal. Humanity had 48 hours. 48 hours until the sky itself would collapse upon us. 48 hours to witness the end of an era, the end of our world as we knew it. As hours bled into one another, the moon dominated. It blotted out the stars. It warped the daylight into an eerie, perpetual twilight. Its sheer mass, now a palpable presence, exerted a dreadful influence. Panic was a wildfire, consuming cities, then nations. Some prayed, some looted, some simply stared upwards, mesmerized by the awful beauty of their destroyer. The celestial dance had become a death spiral. There was no escape from the grand cosmic appointment. The psychological toll was immense. How does humanity face its collective end? The routines of life shattered. The future, once a boundless horizon, had shrunk to mere hours. The moon, our closest celestial neighbor, was now an executioner. Its silent approach was a countdown. Each kilometer it fell a tick of the doomsday clock. The Earth held its breath, awaiting the final cataclysmic embrace of its wayward child. The suspense was a crushing weight, a prelude to unimaginable chaos. As the moon drew perilously close, it entered what scientists call the Roche limit. This is the invisible boundary where Earth's gravity overcomes the moon's own gravitational hold. Our planet's immense pull began to mercilessly tear its satellite apart. Huge fragments, miles wide, started to shear off. These were not gentle partings, they were violent rips, sending colossal moon rocks tumbling towards us. The moon itself began to fracture, its ancient surface groaning under the strain. The first wave of destruction was not the moon itself, but its children. These lunar fragments became a terrifying meteor shower, each one a mountain, superheated by atmospheric entry. They struck with the force of countless atomic bombs. Coastal cities were the first to feel the true wrath. The moon's gravity, now overwhelmingly powerful at such proximity, pulled the oceans into monstrous bulges. Tsunamis, hundreds of meters high, raced across the seas. They didn't just flood coastlines, they obliterated them. Entire regions vanished beneath the churning, debris-filled water. The roar of the waves was the planet's scream. The Earth's crust buckled under the immense shifting gravitational forces. Earthquakes of unimaginable magnitude erupted globally, not just tremors but planet-shattering convulsions. Cities, proud monuments to human ingenuity, crumbled like sandcastles. Buildings swayed, then collapsed into dust. Roads split open into gaping maws. The very ground beneath our feet became a treacherous, unstable enemy. Mountains were shaken to their cores. The planet itself was being torn asunder from within. The skies filled with dust and ash steam from vaporized oceans. The skies turned red, then a choking, opaque brown. Breathing became a struggle. The sun became a distant, obscured memory. The moon, now a broken, jagged behemoth, loomed ever closer, its surface visibly cracking and shedding more deadly projectiles. This was Earth's fury unleashed, a planetary response to the cosmic betrayal. The world was fighting back, and in doing so, it was destroying itself. The prelude to the final impact was a symphony of devastation. The main body of the moon, or what remained of it, finally breached the denser layers of Earth's atmosphere. The friction was immense. Air, usually a gentle caress, became a grinding inferno. The moon ignited. It transformed into a colossal ball of fire, brighter than 1,000 suns. Its leading edge glowed white-hot, then began to melt and vaporize. This was no gentle descent. It was a violent, burning invasion. The heavens themselves seemed to be on fire, a terrifying spectacle of cosmic power. The heat generated was beyond comprehension. It scorched the surface of the Earth below. Forests ignited spontaneously. Rivers and lakes boiled away. Firestorms fueled by superheated winds and the incandescent rain of molten lunar rock swept across continents. The atmosphere itself became a deadly, unbreathable furnace. Global temperatures soared to levels unsurvivable for any complex life. The air crackled with an unholy energy. The very elements were at war, a chaotic maelstrom of fire and force. Gravitational chaos reigned. As the moon's mass careened through the atmosphere, local gravity fluctuated wildly. Objects, people, debris, all were momentarily lifted, then slammed down with crushing force. The fabric of physics seemed to unravel. The moon, under the combined stress of Earth's gravity and atmospheric drag, began to disintegrate rapidly. It was no longer a sphere, but a cascade of burning mountains, each a world-ending projectile. The final moments were a blinding, deafening crescendo of destruction. Then came the impact, or perhaps a series of impacts as the largest fragment struck. The energy released was astronomical, dwarfing all nuclear arsenals combined. A shockwave pulsed around the planet, flattening everything in its path. The sound, if any could have heard it and lived, would have been a roar that tore the world apart. Continents fractured. A new ocean of molten rock was born where the moon met Earth. The planet reeled, its very rotation and axis fundamentally altered by the blow. In the immediate aftermath, darkness. A thick, impenetrable shroud of dust, soot, and vaporized rock enveloped the Earth. It blotted out the sun for years, perhaps decades. The initial searing heat from the impact gave way to a bitter, unnatural cold. Then, as greenhouse gases from the burning world trapped residual heat, temperatures might have soared again. Earth became a planet of violent extremes, hostile and unrecognizable. A new terrible age had dawned, born of fire and shadow. The landscape was utterly transformed. Where the moon struck, a colossal glowing crater, a wound on the face of the planet. Elsewhere, vast plains of solidified magma. Mountains were leveled, new ones thrust violently upwards. The oceans, what remained of them, were toxic, boiling cauldrons. Earth's axis was tilted, its rotation wobbled. The familiar constellations were gone, replaced by a strange, star-dusted sky, now eerily empty of its lunar companion. A ring of debris, the moon's final remnants, might have encircled the wounded Earth. Silence descended. The roar of the impact faded. The screams of humanity were long extinguished. No birds sang, no insects buzzed, only the mournful whisper of toxic winds sweeping across a barren, broken world. The silence of a graveyard. The profound, echoing emptiness left by a cataclysm that had erased 1 billion years of evolution in mere hours. Life, if any survived in the deepest trenches or hidden crevices, faced an almost insurmountable challenge. The Earth was a tomb. For eons, the moon had been Earth's steadfast partner. Its gravitational pull stabilized our tilt, giving us predictable seasons. It shaped our tides, perhaps even influencing the very emergence of life. Now, its absence was a stark testament to the universe's indifference, its capacity for sudden, overwhelming violence. Earth, scarred and forever changed, would drift through the cosmos, a lonely monument to a celestial tragedy. Perhaps, over unimaginable timescales, it might heal. Or perhaps it would remain a silent, empty testament to the day the moon fell.